right, wear test time. Let's talk about the claims before we dive right in. This is the Impeccable Blurring Second Skin Matte Foundation from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This retails for $46 and is available in 25 shades. I've got the shade OCR, which is very fair skin with cool rosy undertones. And girl, I think I got like the perfect match in this one. One of the best matches I've come across in a foundation, next to the Milani Stick Foundation. This one is pretty dead on the match side of things. The Impeccable Foundation delivers medium to full, long-lasting coverage with a natural velvet matte finish. Using precision blur technology, it blurs pores and imperfections with hyaluronic acid to hydrate and smooth the skin. Get seamless, flawless coverage that wears comfortably for up to 12 hours. It has a velvet matte finish that is medium to full coverage with a second skin finish. Up to 12-hour wear, water resistant, weightless, water-based formula, effortlessly blends and builds. Hydrates the skin with hyaluronic acid to maintain plump, bouncy skin. Blurs smooth and minimizes pores and fine lines, wrinkles, and texture. Visibly evens skin tone and masks discoloration, redness, and blemishes. Non-slip formula doesn't melt, separate, or settle into lines. Ideal for all skin types, especially oily. Available in 25 flexible shades and undertones. Free of phthalates, gluten, mineral oil, talc, sulfates, parabens, oil, and fragrance. It has hyaluronic acid. It has something else in here that helps blur pores and imperfections. And then it has phytoglycogen to help deliver youthful, radiant skin. I know I like to apply this with a sponge. It does really well with a damp, like, beauty blender. And I think it also applies beautifully with a brush. So today I'm just going to use a brush because it's what I got on hand. And yeah, we got a nice little pimple there that we'll see how well she covers. Yeah, this isn't my first go. I've been testing this a little while in the background, and I think it can wear beautifully. I had some days where things went real haywire, but I was having a real weird day. I had a panic attack, got real hot and sweaty, and was crying, and it was a whole thing. So my makeup fully fell apart that day. So I don't think that was a fair comparison, because I've also worn this on extremely long days that were very busy, and it held up beautifully with just normal sweating and day-to-day stuff without having a panic attack. We'll chalk that up as to not be the norm, and hopefully it's not. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and apply this on one side of the face with my little foundation brush here, and we'll see what it looks like. And you can see the coverage levels. This is a thicker formulation. It has a bit of a moussey texture, and it also comes in a really beautiful component that is custom made for this product. And it is really beautiful frosted glass, nice little emblem on top. You got a pump with also an emblem. So it feels very, very luxe and high-end. Like, feels like a nice experience to use. And yeah, it's a nice thick formulation. Formula-wise, like, this actually kind of reminds me of the IRL Filter Finish, Makeup Revolution IRL Filter Foundation, which is a soft matte. It kind of reminds me of it. But initially the shade's gonna be like, what? But as I blend it in, it ends up being so perfect. And yes, this is a full coverage foundation, medium to full. But you can sheer it out, and you get a little bit of versatility with it. And I would agree it's great for oilier skin types. But I don't think it would be too drying on more drier skin types if you just prefer a matte foundation. Because it is made with that hyaluronic acid, I think it can give it a little more leeway for more than just oily skin types. And look at that. Flawless. Absolutely flawless over here. I just have skincare on underneath, by the way. No primer or anything like that. Just my usual skincares. And that was one little dip in, blended out. And it is just flawless over there. So I'm just going to build up a little bit more right here on the forehead. and get around the nose. But yeah, this does apply beautifully with a sponge as well. And I think the coverage level is about the same, depending either one that you use. But yeah, it looks super smooth over the pores, like flawless over pores. Go ahead and get everything evened out here on the other side. And it does kind of start to set down on itself, but it doesn't look flat matte. It truly does have like a second skin appearance. Like if a matte foundation can look skin-like, it's this one. It has a very graceful, soft matte finish to it. But yeah, today it is fairly warm, and I'll be going to church and all of that. It's a Sunday, and it's going to be rainy, I believe, by this afternoon. And I get a little hot and sweaty at church because I'm up and down a lot because I'm running the live stream, and I walk around a good bit for going to Bible study. That's, you know, a building over, and I'm moving around. I'm not just sitting there. And for me, it's a lot because my back is not a happy camper. And when my back hurts, it feels like I've ran a marathon. So I get a little extra worked up and like I've done a workout when my back hurts. And my back is very unhappy today. So I think we'll be getting a good test with that. But anyway, here's how we are looking. One nice little layer. I used half a pump. And I can still see this little friend right there. So what I'm going to do is take a little bit more and just pat over that. And gone. Totally covered. I'm just going to keep it kind of light around the nose. And just press in my pore area and not buff too much. Because that's what helps it to not settle in pores weird, I've noticed. Okay, there we go. I think it looks beautiful. This is just one of those most beautiful foundations. And it looks so incredibly smooth in the pore area. And like on my chin, which is my trouble spot. Around the mouth, it looks really nice. Forehead looks great. Very smooth. I can potentially see this would cling to dry patches if you had them. But as long as you did your skincare really well, keep your face exfoliated. Which, I mean, I recommend that anyway, because even a moisturizing foundation can still cling to dry patches and flakiness. So, I think this could work for drier skin types too. Yeah, just be a little mindful that this is more of a matte foundation. I am combo leaning oily, but it can vary by the day, the weather, whatever, but our humidity is pretty high today. So I think we're going to have a little bit more of an oily day. But anyway, I think it looks beautiful. This is a gorgeous foundation. And I'm going to go ahead and finish up the rest of my face. And we'll just speed through that. And I will see you in just a moment for some thoughts. And we will start our wear test. For blush, I'm going to use the Lumila Liquid Blush in Dewy Bright Pink. Taking a little bit down the back of my hand. And we're just going to buff a little bit of that on with my blush brush here. So I'm going to tell you the products, just not going to spend a whole lot of time on the application. For concealer, I'm going to use the IRL Filter Finish Soft Matte Concealer because I feel like it would pair really well with this. And just put a little bit just where I need it. I don't feel like I need a ton of coverage. I think the foundation really did most of the work. I'm going to set the face with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Setting Powder in Translucent. So I know this is a really good powder, and it does help with longevity too, so bear that in mind. This is a great powder, but I figured stick within the brand since I have a setting powder from them. Set those under eyes. I'm going to set the T-zone down and focus on anywhere that I tend to get oily, and just set my face kind of like normal. And then I'm going to take a larger brush and just set the rest of the face. And the foundation was kind of felt a little bit velvety matte on the skin, but there was just enough tackiness to where I want to set it. Even though I'm someone who can't stand not setting their foundation. To me, it doesn't matter if it self-sets or whatever. I don't like the way it feels. Because I can always feel a little bit of tackiness, you know? I like a nice set face. And I didn't use an excessive amount of powder or anything like that. Just enough to get the job done. And we are looking very blurred, very flawless. Heck yeah. And like I said, the shade match on the foundation is pretty perfect too. So that is awesome. I'm going to go ahead and give you a close-up of what we are looking like. With the powder done and everything. So I'm going to breeze through a little eye look here. We're going to use the Ultimate Desire from Revolution Beauty. And I wanted to go into the little pinky shades in here because I think they match my shirt. And go with the blush and just a nice springy vibe. I also got a new mascara to try out today. I knew there was a new one at the drugstore. And I was like, what is it? And I happened to see it last night while I was grocery shopping. So I just did a video of like all new drugstore makeup. And I was like, I haven't seen any new mascaras launch. Well, I knew there was one from L'Oreal that was like exclusive or something. It was not everywhere for sale, but I saw it in my neighborhood market. So it's the Lash Paradise, big deal. So we're going to go ahead and just test that out today too. Buildable volume and length, clump resistant, lightweight. I got it in black brown. It has cross conic brush. Okay. Let's see how it does. Is it 2 for McDo for today? Okay, I've got blush all over the back of my hand. Wash that before I go to Bible study. All right. Nice packaging. Yeah, it's got like a little crisscrossy kind of just that plastic silicone wand situation. Not my favorite. Very bendable. It kind of looks like the Firework mascara from Maybelline. Hopefully it's better. Because I didn't love that one. I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes too before I get started. It's actually pretty. Wow, that's really pretty. I don't usually like this kind of wand. Yeah, that's very nice. One coat. Look at there. Okay. Okay, L'Oreal. I really wasn't expecting to like this mascara. I just got it just to try. Make sure you clean your wand off. Uh-oh. Got a little clump there. Or blob on my lid. We'll just let that set for a second and we'll get it. Yeah, that's a nice mascara. Whoa. I was not expecting that. What a pleasant surprise. Let's do a second coat. Yeah, I usually really don't care for these types of wands because they don't really do like a lot of volume, but whoa. We'll see how it wears, hopefully. Well, I can give you an update on that too today. If it flakes or anything. It's a 2 for 1 today over here. Wow. Wow. This is good. This is good, L'Oreal. I like that. Good on you. I forgot to do any bronzer. Let's do a little bronzer. Put a little bit of my Patrick Ta powder bronze. And for lips, I'm going to line them with Worth It from L'Oreal. And we will top that with Worth It. Using a lot of L'Oreal today. It wasn't intentional. They just had the right colors for what I was wanting today. So I guess we can go ahead and start our wear test here. It is currently 7:30. And here's what we're looking like. Yeah, I think the complexion looks great. And I'm just going to leave it here. I'm not going to do anything else to it. And we're not going to do any extra highlighter or anything like that. They can maybe skew the finish. Because I want to see what it's going to look like just on its own. Okay. We are home after church. My eyes are watering so bad today. So ignore that. But hey, that's not the mascara bleeding. That is just where my eyes were watering. And the makeup is a little bit gone. I don't know why. It's allergy season. It is currently... Oh, puppies go squeak. see, what time is it? It is noon, 12 o'clock now. This has been on since 7:30 this morning. Just for real quick. And I think it is holding up pretty well. I am hot and sweaty as per usual. Because I was up and down and, you know, girl, it's warm and muggy and humid today. But foundation looks great. I'm a little shiny because, again, humid, very humid. And you can see that kind of in the sun here. I've been sweating a little bit, getting a little dewy just because I've been out and about doing stuff. But the makeup is still holding up. Like a little bit of powder, we would be all set. Oh, curtain keeps falling. But yeah, this is what we're looking like a few hours in. All right. So I will see you guys a little later and we'll see how things are holding up. It looks like it is about to storm. That's why my lighting looks weird. So I'll see y'all in a bit. Are you having fun down there, Miss Pumpkin? You gonna show them what you were doing? Squeaking? Squeaking while I'm trying to talk to the camera? Oh, guilty face. Okay. Okay. We are over 12 hours in at this point. It is 9:30. Yes, 9:30. This has been on since 7:30? 8:30? 7:30 this morning. So here's what we're looking like. I mean, we could probably just touch up with some powder and be okay. The chin is gone because I dripped teriyaki sauce on my chin and had to wipe it. And I've been wiping my nose because I keep forgetting that I have makeup on. But other than that, I do think it held up pretty good considering, yeah, the amount of time it's been on. Just a little dewy and nothing that we couldn't touch up with some powder. I mean, obviously that we can't do much about, but I mean, if we tried, we might could. So, anywho, that is how the ABH Impeccable Foundation has held up on me on a very long, humid, warm day. Here we are. And you know, I think it held up pretty well, and I'm not mad at it. So, yeah, a good long-wearing option that is not overly mattifying or overly drying. I think it will be just fine for more drier skin types as well. It's a good middle ground to me. And yeah, I enjoyed it. I think it has great coverage level. It's comfortable on the skin. You don't even feel it. And it wore great. And yeah, so we're completely going right there around the mouth. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. And I will see you guys in the next one. Stay safe. Bye now.